You are now locked in to the Sitting Down with the Sisters podcast.
Hi guys. Right.
Whoa. You had a special guest for that one.
Just for the intro.
I know.
Welcome back
Ad-libbing.
to another episode of Sitting Down with the Sisters. We are your hosts. I'm Ashley.
I'm Ayo.
And I'm Temi.
Welcome. I am Timmy.
Thank you, darling.
Temmie, stop screwing your face. Is rude. Did you pray?
Shut up.
Wow. Are you guys hearing? Anyways, right, this one is a very interesting one. We've touched on it briefly back in like previous seasons, but we haven't dedicated an episode to it before. You guys have probably seen it on social media recently, but funny enough, I've been seeing this for years because someone made a video about this a couple of years. I think it was like them gossip channels,
Not
like,
him being a repeat offender.
no, this is the same girl because they've been together for a while. So
Wait, huh?
Not a repeat as in person, as in your name is continuously.
oh right, okay, yeah.
in the blogs.
Okay, so just for context, Marcus Houston,
Sister.
actor, beloved when he was growing up.
Go home, Roger.
Yeah, he was people's teen crush as well, if we're being honest. Like, he was coming up around the time with Jesse McCartney, all them man there. And then obviously, you know, he started his career in music. He was a very big R&B artist, came up the same time as Omarion, B2K.
Oh.
He was in the film You Got Served. LJ, you know. And then, you know, he stopped making music, wasn't really on the scene that much. And then when his name was mentioned, it was because unfortunately he was dating someone.
She said unfortunately.
He was dating someone who was of younger age.
Were they not married?
He is now married.
He is now married,
Oh, but at the time they were
just
dating.
to give people context. So I think he was definitely in his mid or late 40s. She was 17 at the time when they met. He is claiming that, you know, they didn't start conversation until she was 18.
Convenient.
Do I believe that? No, because by the time
very
she was
convenient.
19, she was pregnant and married. So, you know, it's possible, you know, some people meet and get pregnant and whatever all in the same year, but I don't think that's the case. I think when they met when they were 17, all of that transpired, and then when she was 18, 19, she was pregnant and they were married.
Don't quote me, but I think he said something along the lines of he's not dating women his age or around his age because
They come with baggage.
Thank you,
They
Ashley.
come with kids.
So let's consider that as well.
They come with X, Y, Z. That was his reason. But just to go back a little bit, I remember when it came up the first time, his wife actually put out a statement on her Instagram. This was a couple of years ago, and I remember this very clearly. She just put a caption, and she was like, "Oh, you know, I know there's a lot of speculation around my relationship with Marcus Houston. You know, I was of age. It was mutually, there was consent. Nothing happened that it shouldn't have happened."
Why would she say otherwise? I don't understand.
Because this was, a lot of people had something to say. People were
But
in
as in
her
she would
comments.
never come and tell the
Why
truth.
would she
It's
come and
like-
say
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. So I remember it was deaded after that. People have said it here and there, like it's come up here and there, but not like how it is now. So mind you, he has come out 3 times. He has put out 3 different statements in regards to this. The first one was, "Oh, I don't know why people are concerned. We're happily married. We've been married for a while. She was of age. I'm not a predator." The second time, can't remember what he said. Don't really give a heck. The third time was when he said what he said in regards to
Women
the
his
reason
age.
why he, you know, dated someone that was younger than him was because women his own age came with a lot of baggage. They came with kids. They came with baby daddies. They came with a lot of demands.
Right. Higher standards.
that they themselves were not meeting, apparently.
Excuses and
And just to read out the tweet, just to confirm.
she had it
So he met her when she
Oh,
was
a journalist.
17, but didn't start to have conversation with her until she was 18. But somehow she was married and pregnant all in that year by 19. So what are your thoughts? So I really wish I knew the exact age when they first got married, but I know it was mid-30s, late 30s.
What, he was mid-30s, late 30s?
Yeah, mid-30s, late 30s.
I just want to know the complete age difference between the both of them.
So Marcus Houston, he is at the moment, he's
like 45?
He's 41. Sorry.
Oh,
okay.
so
Sorry
he
for
was
the
38 the day of their nuptials.
Okay.
She was 19.
So that's literally like 20 years.
So she is right.
So how old is she at the moment? So that's
Almost how many?
It's exactly 19 years.
Almost 20
between them.
years.
It's 19 years.
Yeah, between
exactly
them.
on the dot.
So he was, just to clarify, he was 38 and she was 19
when they got
on the
married.
day of their marriage when they said I do.
Right.
So 19-year age gap. What
19 and 30 what? 8.
38. What are your thoughts?
Jump scare.
That's hefty. That's a hefty age
That's
gap,
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know
19.
what, guys?
That's a hefty age gap. Yo.
When it comes to age gap relationships, yeah, I personally think once the person is past the age of, I don't like saying 18 because to me 18 you're a baby. Once the person is past the age of 21, do whatever the hell you like. I don't care. You do you. But I have a very big issue. I have a very big issue, especially with, actually I'm not going to say with men because I actually think women do it to young boys too, but with the reasons why people like age gap relationships. I think it's natural to have like a age gap in your relationship. Anything between 2 and 5 years is very normal. I don't think there's anything wrong, especially once you're past a certain age. Like if you're past 20 and there's like 2 to 5 years between you and your partner, I think that's very normal. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But when we're getting to the stages of 15 years,
what's that?
10,
What's 15?
20 years. First of all, number one, what are you guys talking about?
That's what I want.
Not to say, because I have older friends. Like, let me not lie. I have older friends,
and
we're
15 years older.
Just wait, and we are able to have conversation. Of course, we are. But now, if I think about those older friends, they are definitely just in their early 30s, and I am 30. I'm 26 years old. So
that is not even like.
So it's not even.
Yeah,
you get
madness.
Do you get the people that are that age? So if somebody is,
it's like saying now you're 26 and you want to be having conversations with 40-year-olds.
Right, those are my uncles. Forget. Those are people that when I see them at church or if I see them in the street, hello, uncle.
What do you mean you kneel down?
Do you get?
Hello,
I greet you with respect. And obviously we're African, it's a bit different, but still, nobody, I don't think, do you know what it is as well? Let's even wind it back to his reasons, because I was having this conversation, funny enough, on Sunday with somebody, and they had similar opinions to why they think age gaps make sense. And to me, if that is your reason as to why you think an age gap relationship is what you need, that is predatory reasoning.
I agree.
And I'm sorry if you don't like the language, but it's the truth of the matter.
What did they say?
If you personally want to be with somebody that's significantly younger than you, because one, they have less standards. Listen to yourself. They have less standards, less baggage, lower. Sorry, they are more likely to submit to you. Do you not think you just want somebody that you can control?
That's what I was going to say.
If you also now want somebody to control, are you not almost manipulative? And then on top of that, you have now scouted them out. Because it's not that you saw them from afar and you said, no, I must look for somebody that looks young.
And is young.
Is that not what predators do in the wild?
I think it's manipulation. It's manipulation, because a lot of the times when I see men have that reasoning, and I've heard that reasoning before, even if it's for like a minuscule age gap, it's not a madness like that. They always say, women their own age, they come with baggage. I want someone that's young. Funny enough, I want to bring up this one. So there was a particular pastor that we all know, and I remember he was preaching. It was Sunday. He was preaching. During his sermon, he was like, my wife is young because I like them young, I want her to have like as many babies as possible, like her womb, something along the lines of her womb is ready. And at the time when I heard it, don't get me, I think I kikied, but afterwards
that little chuckle.
I chuckled, and then afterwards I was like, but is that not problematic? Like, to be with someone just for the reason of because they can give you something, because you can control, because you can manipulate. You can manipulate the situation. Is why is that not a problem?
Why is that seen as normal?
Why is that normalized?
In that discourse,
it's normal. Oh, women your own age have baggage. And you know what I find even more cheeky is a lot of the times the men that are saying it, they have kids themselves.
They have baggage,
hefty baggage.
If you just look under their eyes, that's number one.
It's showing.
No, sorry, I'm not over
kids, plural.
Some of you, the emotional hurt that you've been carrying from pillar to post, it's the 20-year-old that you want to bullshit on top of her head.
You know when people say, oh, age is nothing but a number.
It's giving R. Kelly and it's giving.
They don't. That phrase was not designed to be given as excuses in these contexts,
right?
Because what was I gonna say? I'm just so. There's
something funny going on.
Something smelly in the air.
Obviously, let's be careful not to just talk about sort of the older men and younger women, because even the older women and the younger men. You said it earlier. That one as well. Like all of it together.
All of it is wrong.
You're breeding.
I'm so glad
you're breeding young people.
For men and women.
And that's why, because I feel like it's easy to make this a man-hating situation, and it's really not.
But do you know what is so mad? The reaction to when women do it, we can't not mention that.
Do you get
the reaction to when women do it? It's
boy.
Just get someone that's younger. The young ones are where it's at.
Hey,
example: Jada Pinkett and August Alsina.
Okay.
When we know if it was the other way around, outrage.
All hell will break loose.
Outrage.
The definition of
I think it's breeding.
Is when we tangle in there.
It's dangerous.
Shouldn't. Okay, let's say you're getting to know someone, because a lot of the time someone's age is not written on their forehead. Right. Let's say you're talking to. Let's flip the situation. A woman's talking to a younger man. She can see he's young, but she can't exactly know his age. And then she asks him. She's maybe in her mid-40s, and she asks him, and he goes, "Oh, I'm 19," or "Oh, I'm 20," "Oh, I'm 21." Cool. For me, my personal opinion to that is, once you hear someone's age and it's beyond the point of the acceptable age for someone to date, you should basically naturally be turned off. That should naturally, because that's when people want to use the excuses of age is nothing but a number. But no, age matters then, because you're now. Unfortunately, like, it's sad, because yes, fair enough, you might have built a tiny bit of connection before you then got to know the person's age. You realize that should automatically make you want to walk away from the situation naturally. That's me.
You know what's unfortunate, Temi? That word acceptable is very, very subjective to a lot of people.
Yeah, of course.
What's acceptable to us is unacceptable.
Even in the smallest context, actually.
It's not black. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's not black and white. But some people it's black and white because of the law.
Exactly. What we see as unacceptable.
Yeah.
For some people, it's
meh.
It's love.
It's meh.
You can't help who you fall in love with.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And even in the little context of us sitting here, you know how I said even 21. Mine is 25.
Real.
Yeah. I don't think after 21. I think after 25 is the age where you can do whatever and date whoever you want, whether you want to date a 50-year-old. 21, 22, 23, 24, to me, it's still a bit shaky.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
You know what? I concur. Because I know I was even being generous. I was being generous.
Sorry. Understand,
because I'm also just trying to give, because I'm trying to give people agency. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
21, you've graduated uni.
I hear you. Then you're an adult. You're a full
adult. You can live alone at that age.
Yeah, I hear.
You've lived life.
I get what you're saying.
Some people will now say,
but
you know
again,
what?
that's still the law.
Exactly. To me when I was 21, what the hell
are you doing with
what the hell am I doing? Not talking to somebody that is even it. Oh
no! But imagine if I came to you guys and I said, "Oh yeah, like I'm talking to someone, like I'm dating," and then you guys asked, like, "Oh, how old is he?" Say now at this age, 25. I say, "Oh, he is 42."
Actually, you know what? Like I said, you're 25.
Oh, no,
don't get it twisted. Pretend this. You're my friend, so it's different. We'll talk about it. But whereas if we've heard,
if we're now here, it's me. Someone out here, me. Say if it's person, one of your friends has come to.
It's impossible.
I don't know how I'd feel. I feel like it's April Fool. Like,
Do you get? But are we even asking you? So what are you guys talking about? Is he helping you with something?
I'll be like, Ashley, is there a secret you want to tell me? Yeah, then we're getting somewhere. Then he's helping with your bills. Because
I'll even be fair, is he hurting you? My thoughts.
Like, are you being forced to be in it?
To be here?
Is there something you want? Blink twice.
Everything is okay. No, because as much as like we're making
going on,
as long as we're kind of like speaking about it in jest and stuff, like for real, this is serious because this goes back. This goes back to when we were in secondary school and there were grown men driving up to school gates picking up girls. Is everybody okay and is everybody alright?
Guys,
why
literally,
was that normal? Why was that normalized?
Back to what Ashley was saying, us being the age we are, 42-year-old, let's say, you know what, like I said, it's not written on your forehead. Right. A 42-year-old could look like a 35-year-old man. A 42-year-old can look like a 30-year-old man. Mm-hmm. Cool. We go to wherever we meet this 42-year-old man and he's chatting, he doesn't look 42 or for whatever reason, and you're engaging in conversation, you find that you have to, guys, I'm so sorry, not asking for age is not an excuse. Right. Unfortunately, in the society that we live in, you have to ask. Cool, that conversation has come up, your age, how old are you for, whatever. A man has told me he's 42 years old. In my 26 years of being right now, uncle, it was a nice chat.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it wasn't the case. Thank you for being honest. You're handsome. You're probably my type. I can't do anything about it.
Because what are we talking? And not to say there's nothing. I'm sure you can find things to talk about. Like, you can have debates.
I'm sure. I think at our age, you probably can.
But why can't you talk about as friends?
No, but why am I trying to be with somebody that
why is there something?
And guys, remember, this is personal preference. And the reason why this is personal preference is because I think we're above that age of 25. It's because we don't want to. No. Not because I think it's predatory. I'm not going to lie. Because I think we've gotten to that age where we can date whoever we want. But whereas, let's say we were 21-year-olds, then that's not an option. That's mad. If you were 19, that is just unacceptable. You're but this is just our preference. We just don't want to date. I don't want to date a 42-year-old. Do you know what I mean? I've skipped the whole 30s to go to.
As in, I haven't even tasted 30.
You're telling me you
haven't tasted it one day? You could have.
Why have I skipped the 30-year-olds to then go to 42-year-old?
Not one. But you've gone to 40, you're there.
And to circle, to circle back to...
Don't get it twisted, I hear it, sorry. Yeah. But just to put it out there again, it's preference. I just don't want to... Don't attack me. I want to... No, I'm not doubling down. I'm just making you know that it is my preference that I don't want to date a 42... Before the girls that are dating 42-year-old try and jump onto me or say, do I think I'm better than them?
In the comments saying, tell me I'm the one for you.
Do you get the gist? It's preference at this age. It's preference. It's an option at this... It's an option at this age.
You can't change my mind.
At 19, it's not an option. At 18, it's not an option.
Sorry, that's crazy.
And that's why I just wanted to circle back to the reasoning a lot of people give for why they date people significantly younger than them. If your reason is that they don't have as much baggage, they don't talk back as much to you, are you realizing that you essentially want to be in a relationship with somebody that you can manipulate and control? Mm-hmm. Why would you want someone to be under duress when they're in a relationship?
No, hold on, sorry. Just to clarify, personally, that baggage stuff, no one, I can hear the baggage because you don't want anyone with any baggage, but that doesn't come with age.
Right.
That part.
That's that one with the that one with the baggage. But then what was the second one? About you don't want anyone with kids or you want someone that will talk back. Then that's the manipulation.
I've heard things like, when women get older, they get higher standards. Why would that be a problem to you? Don't you want someone that wants somebody to treat them well? Why would you want to be with somebody
because they don't have
sees themselves so low as a ragdoll that you can stamp on top of their head, and that is what is attracting you to them?
Also, if you can't meet someone's standards, then just move along.
What if you are the problem here? What if you have not matured in your mental capacity, your emotional capacity, your psychological capacity? What if you are the problem here?
Everything is zero.
No, because for real, a lot of the people that have that...
They're trying to find the easy way out.
A lot of people that actually view it that way, you have not grown. You are stuck.
No, a 19-year-old has no business with a 42-year-old.
You literally have one piece of business there.
Yeah, they're at the legal age.
The original case study, 19 and 38. I'm like... For me now, it's like I'm looking at the parents because what happened hell were you doing?
Yeah, safeguarding.
What the hell happened?
Do you know what? I can't look at parents. 38. I'm sorry. The reason why I get what you're saying, but I can't even look at parents.
I'm sure her parents probably had question marks, and she still went ahead.
You can't blame parents. It's him. It's you.
Come on, be for real.
I want to talk about why people always say, but they're legal. A human being is not like, it's not a driving license. It's not.
It's not an expiry card on a expiry date on a card.
She's legal now. What does that mean? So you were waiting.
It's the same.
You're waiting at the gate.
I'm scared,
guys. It's the same ones that have an issue with the other things the government do, but then when it's now the age limit, they don't agree.
And
if you ask them political questions, things that have to do with the government, they don't agree. They're not with the government. They've not voted in ages. They have no demographic party that they vote for. They don't trust the government one bit. But when it comes, but she's legal. Why? She's 18 now. She can drink. She's 21 now. She can drink.
They're counting down as to when they're turning 18.
They're waiting to throw a birthday bash.
They're in the shadows.
Yeah.
When she says 18, they're rise.
Tiger, we're talking to you.
Aye.
Oh,
there are many other.
Because I just remembered that whole situation with Tiger when he was. They were so lying to our faces, and what I don't understand it's a thing where if you don't comment at all, because then I don't know, maybe it's just how I am. If you don't comment at all, at least I can know that maybe you know what you're doing is wrong, so you're shaming yourself by not. On top of that, you want to look in our faces and lie to us, claiming you didn't start any relationship with her until she was 18. You want us to believe that
she was never.
Are we mugs?
She was
obviously we're not entitled. Like, we're not entitled. It's your life. You can do whatever you want, but you don't need to lie to people's faces and claim that
you feel better about yourself.
You started talking to her when she was 18, just so you don't get arrested. Because you will get arrested if you admit it.
You can be prosecuted for that.
You know you can be prosecuted for that.
Yeah, you can. It's mad as well because it's like it's just because I also want to touch on, because people might say, people lie. People definitely do lie. 100%. A lot of people do lie about their age,
and if you're lying about your age, you need to get help.
There's serious things going on. There are serious problems. Crazy.
What reasons
are happening?
What's the reasons people lie about their age now?
They want to be perceived as like the
older,
guy.
and they want to be perceived older as well.
They want older women to be interested in them. Do you get? You're
part of the problem, by the way.
If you're lying about your age, you can go to jail.
Right.
You know what's so mad? There was EastEnders fan here. There was a storyline on EastEnders a few years ago, for those that know EastEnders. So it was basically what we're saying. So the guy, he pursued a younger girl, and he actually got put on the sex offenders list because he was dating. And this is real life. This is what happens. He got put on the sex offenders list, Jay, because he was dating a girl that was under the age of 18, but she lied.
Right.
She lied that she was over the age of 18. So do you blame him?
How did he get on the sex offenders list? Was it that?
I don't even remember the storyline, because so basically she basically retracted and said she didn't lie about her age, and she got him into trouble. I think that's what happened.
So she used it against
him. She used it against him, saying I love him, but I didn't lie about my age, whatever kind of thing. And then he got put on the sex offenders list, and there was no way to prove that except if she came forward and admitted what she did, which I think she eventually did. Because imagine being put on the sex offenders list. You can't get a job. You can't get a job.
Sorry.
You can't work.
Do you know what the sex offenders list means?
You can't be around children.
Can you work if you have a sex offenders list? You can work, but you can't be around vulnerable people or children.
Do you know what it means to be on that list?
I don't.
When your name is on
God
there.
forbid.
You know when you move to a new area, you have to announce it to
you have to register.
You have to register in that country.
They need to,
wherever you're going, you're registered.
You need people to know.
People need to know. People need to know. You're registered every different place. Instead of the same way some people they're applying to live in that country visa, you're also registering sex offender list. That's why, guys, I always say
you don't lie about your age. You can ruin someone's life.
Be investigating. Even if someone tells you something, investigate it yourself.
Make it add up. Ask them when they started school.
That's always the
It's just unfortunate that you have to go to those lengths when people can just be honest. Tell the truth.
Do you know when you would? Do you know when you would?
Who the hell wants to be on the sex offender?
Do you know when you wouldn't even have to go to those lengths? Because ideally you should be dating people in your circle. Why are you searching? You've literally left people in your age bracket, and you've left people that are in the reasonable age of dating, and you've gone down. You've started hanging out at a youth club. Your
years of youth club have passed.
You're asking people, what's that sixth form? What you're driving around
the school area
because it's true love. Sorry,
you're going to Thorpe Park when you're hearing they're having school trip. That's when you're going to these places. Like, what the hell is that?
No, they're compatible. They're compatible with true love.
The reason why it's predatory is because you actually had to go out of your way to find this younger person. You know, that's what is making it bad. You've literally rejected people.
Do you know what it is? Maybe you don't crazy as well
for that age group.
This is how it's a problem. Because they want people that's younger, right? Do you know what it entails to what you have to do when you want to find someone that's younger?
You have to go to those places.
You need someone. You're asking them their age. They say their age. They say, you're not young enough.
That's what I'm saying. You've literally knocked people off the list because they have not.
Do you know the excuse they'll have for that? The excuse they'll have for that, yeah, and I'll tell you this. The excuse they'll have for that is, of course it's not anything planned. It's not as if I wanted to date someone younger than me. It just happened. They make it into the whole it's fallen into my lap situation and she just happened or he just happens to be the love of my life. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself.
They happen to be the love of your life.
Don't get it twisted. After they
only just started their own.
Don't get it twisted. After the age of 18, there are instances where you can be in the same environment.
Of course,
you know,
like,
we're not disputing that. We're not saying they're hard to find. We're not saying you have to go to lengths to look for them or find them. It can happen, but as I keep saying, it's not written on your forehead, and I get that. But at the point, you know what age this person is, and it's not acceptable, and you know something might be potentially. Just end it.
You should be running.
End it, please. I'm begging. And that goes to show you have to ask for someone's age when you first. I can't believe these are things we're even saying. This is common sense. You have to ask for someone's age. I'm begging you to ask the people that you're getting to know. Ask their age from the initial stages, so you don't have to keep catching feelings or developing things. Then it will get to the point where it's hard to cut off. Just ask for their age and let it go.
Guys, 3 words to remember. Just remember: sex offenders list. God. No, imagine of all the lists to be on, that's the name where you're. That's the name where you're.
God, I actually rebuke it. I rebuke it for everyone I know. That's bad. And when I say I rebuke it for everyone I know, I mean it in a sense where some people be ended up on that list, not even intentionally wanting to even do that. Because, for example, look at the J situation, like people lying about their age. I just hope we never find or catch ourselves in those situations. God forbid.
Because that's why I started off saying that age gap relationships, regardless from both ends, can be very manipulative. Right. Because when you're lying about your age, you're also feeding into this issue.
Mm-hmm. That's what.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, it's from both
on the
ends.
flip side, yeah.
It's from both ends, and I feel like the seriousness of this topic is actually deep because. Like the fact that you want to be with somebody that has not had as much life experience as you just goes to show that you're
trying to mold their life experiences.
You as a person are really going through something dark. It's dark for you. It really is, because like there is so much beauty to growing with someone around the same age as you, because you know what, you're doing life at the same time. Yeah. There's so much. Do you know, it requires a level of self-sacrifice. It requires it requires intentionality. It requires accountability. When you're in relationships where you're not even having to do any work on yourself and you're just building you're only molding this person to only serve you. Because why is that something that you would want? Think about it. You're not having to worry about how you can be a good person for that person. You're only worried about how they're going to serve you. That's not healthy. It's toxic.
It's scary.
It's for both, because I've noticed when it's women, it usually stems from maybe like younger men make them feel more attractive and
more
sexy,
they feel more appreciated.
And that is very, very,
again, selfish reasons.
But it goes back to like, why do you want somebody that could be your child to sexualize you?
Oh God.
Think about it. Even like there was a video that came out where some women were twerking on a boat. Oh, yeah. Yes, and the kid, and it's like all this sexualization of people before their age. Why are you just sexualizing
kids to things they have no business being involved in or even knowing about?
Let's protect children's
innocence. Let's protect people's innocence. Because the thing is, I know this is an extreme one. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Nobody should be having sex before the age of 18. That's my opinion. You are a child. You should not be participating in adult activities. And so if anybody is encouraging you to participate in sexual activities
sorry
as a child,
this is not funny because this is real life stuff.
No, because
I'm just laughing. It's the way
let's all talk about when we was in school, the things that boys were doing. Even boys,
girls as well. Let's call it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the things that were seen as normal. There's things that now that I'm older that I look at when I look back to secondary school. That was assault.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was manipulative.
Like you're walking down the corridor and guys are slapping your bum,
Groping you.
groping.
It's like this culture is encouraged.
Even forget the physical touching, like things they're
Comments.
saying.
Even what you said earlier, the guy's pulling up you're in a BMW, she's doing her GCSE.
Guys, there's a high street in secondary school. When you walk like down that high street, you cannot walk past without comments in your school uniform as well. Forget you're wearing you're
already wearing
your
a uniform.
Your school uniform, and they know damn well it's a secondary school uniform. It's the calling the names. Like you don't feel comfortable going down those roads. Like
oh no,
I hated it. Those are kids, and the men that would do it, they probably have kids in the same school.
Did you get? Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, as I'm saying it, it might come across like funny, but
it's
not
not
legit.
funny at all.
Genuinely,
legit.
If all my young girls and boys out there, if you are in school, any form of school, including uni, and you've got somebody that's a lot older than you, encouraging you to think about
go to the police station,
doing sexual, telling you to send them things, telling you to engage. First of all, you need to know that if it makes you feel uncomfortable, you're actually feeling the correct emotions,
Right.
because they'll make you now think, oh, you're a bit prudish, oh, you're a bit this.
And second of all, go to the police station.
Report it. Because it's not normal. It's not cool for older guys to be interested in you, my young ladies. It's not cool. You should be worried about
that's
why
how it
they
makes
want
it feel like
you
it's flattering.
Yeah, it's made to feel like, oh my God, you appeal to what?
Guys,
It's not the flex you think it is.
It's so sad, and I know we've given
not a
different
flex.
examples. I've just thought of another one. There was this Nigerian politician. This was like a few weeks ago. I saw this, and he married like a 12-year-old girl, and like that one's just even extreme to that. Even though it's all sad, but that one, like it brought a different level of sadness. I'm not
Child
gonna lie.
brides.
Do you know what's
It's a thing in
unfortunate?
Africa.
That's a whole.
That's a whole different level of sadness.
Other conversation.
Definitely.
That's a whole
It's
different
not enough to
conversation.
speak about
I can't
today.
do that
Yeah,
one
yeah,
today.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
That
Because
one.
this
But-
one already has me like this.
Yeah.
I just literally remembered, and my mood literally just brought down. And I was just
Yeah.
like, "This
That
exists.
That's
this is what people are
glad you
doing."
mentioned that though, because I definitely think that's something to discuss.
talk, yeah. Because you know,
to go into detail about.
It's serious. Like, I feel like as much as like you can, it's serious. Like, because it's happening every day.
Yeah.
You see,
Just because you don't see it or it's not in your faces.
it's happening
Doesn't mean it's not
every
taking
single
place.
day. We saw it during, I think it was COVID, so 2020 or 2021. The guy that did the thing as a girl was on her way to school. in
Yeah, I remember
Mitcham.
that.
Oh please.
In Mitcham, you're looking for people in school uniform.
God is dealing with those people. One by one.
I'm like, and the thing is, as much as like, the world is getting worse, so we need to stay prayed up. Because things like this are now starting to be flirted with in the media as becoming a bit more normal. Mm-hmm. Like
We're seeing it portrayed in movies.
Yeah.
Like that's the storyline.
Yeah.
A younger woman falling in love with a younger man.
The discourse around it is they're trying to like infantilize it, make it trivial, so that nobody sees it as weird anymore. No.
Even goes down to little subliminals in the Halloween costumes when the women wear the school uniforms and they have the pigtails,
Right.
and the men are like aroused.
Twisted.
They're aroused by that.
Twisted and perverted.
Why is the school uniform seen as a sexual costume?
Let's talk about it. Twisted and perverted.
That one's a big one for me because
It's huge.
people, because I'm not gonna lie, even before I got to a certain age, it's not as if I didn't see anything wrong with it, but I didn't
It was seen
challenge
as just-
it.
yeah.
I didn't
It was
challenge it. I just
seen as
thought
a thing.
whatever.
Yeah.
But the older I get, the more I realize
Now you're like
Twisted.
Hold on.
school uniform, like in the
so
bedroom when you want to arouse your husband, you wear a short mini skirt,
And that's the one
and
you're
your bum
calling
showing.
you to wear. You need to pray for him.
That one's a bit weird.
Pray for. This is serious because the thing is, even sexual immorality in general is becoming more prevalent because lines are being blurred every single day. And as people we are people that share our voices on the internet. We want you to know that this place, we don't accept rubbish like that here. We'll always challenge rubbish like that. No, because for real, it's never going to become acceptable around these parts. And you as a person listening to this podcast, never let it become acceptable around you.
Never let it become
Call it out.
normalized.
Challenge that behavior
No matter what
amongst your
people are
friendship
saying, no
groups.
matter what you're seeing online, no matter what you're seeing on TV, no, sorry.
Say no. Challenge it.
And they'll clothe it in love.
We just fell in love.
No.
If you want to know the definition of love, it's in 1 Corinthians.
Yep.
Go there.
Love
it does not delight in evil. It rejoices when the justice is won. What you're doing is against the law.
There's no justice in that.
It's not pure. It doesn't serve.
Dirty.
It doesn't. Love says it doesn't serve itself. It serves others. You're serving yourself. So when you come and tell me you fell in love, let's look at what love actually is.
And then see if it's still love.
Thank you very much.
Let us know what you think down below.
God bless and good night.
ADE, Africa's everything.
That's it.
We can only do our best. We get it better, get it better. Can't just get it better one time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.